What's the most inaccurate thing your child has ever been taught in school? My 8-year-old daughter Mia came home one day and very dramatically announced, "I'm switching to my left hand forever because left-handed people are smarter." Turns out her teacher, Mrs. Patterson, told the entire class that left-handed people use more of their brains and are automatically more creative. She even name-dropped Da Vinci and Einstein as proof, like she was pitching the Avengers of handedness. Then, because apparently science is optional now, she made all the right-handed kids practice writing with their left hands to unlock their hidden potential. That weekend was chaos. Mia went all in. She tried brushing her teeth left-handed, nearly stabbed her own cheek, tried throwing a ball, hit herself in the shin. Homework? Disaster. She sat at the kitchen table for 2 hours trying to finish a math worksheet, crying because her writing looked like it had been scribbled by a caffeinated squirrel. Then came the line that broke my heart. "Mom, why did God make me right-handed if it means I'm dumber?" Followed by, "Mrs. Patterson said I'm only using half my brain. That's why Jessica's art is prettier than mine. She's left-handed. I'm left-handed myself." And I knew immediately. This was hot, steaming pseudoscience nonsense. Handedness has nothing to do with intelligence. It's just a physical preference, not a ranking system. I tried to reassure Mia, explained how some people are left-handed, some right-handed, and both are amazing. I told her being right-handed didn't mean she was less smart, less creative, or anything else. But the seed had been planted. She'd already started internalizing the idea that something was wrong with her. So Monday morning, I rolled up to school like I was about to cross-examine someone in court. I brought printed articles from Johns Hopkins, the Mayo Clinic, and NIH. Straight up stacked evidence. Mrs. Patterson looked at me, smiled smugly, and said, "Well, you're left-handed and you seem pretty smart, so clearly I'm right." "Excuse me, what?" "I'm just trying to help these kids reach their full potential," she added. "You told my daughter she's intellectually inferior because of which hand she writes with," I snapped back. "That's not education. That's psychological sabotage." She rolled her eyes. "You're being dramatic. It's just science." "Right, fake science." So I called the principal. Turns out, no surprise, I wasn't the only parent who'd had enough. 3 other families had already complained. One mom said her son had been practicing writing left-handed in secret, giving himself actual hand cramps. Another kid told his dad he felt too stupid to be left-handed. A third had cut up his regular scissors trying to make them lefty. The school scheduled a formal meeting for that Wednesday. Mrs. Patterson showed up like she was ready to defend her thesis, armed with printouts from some random blog that had brain power written in Comic Sans. Meanwhile, I came with actual backup, my old college roommate, Dr. Sarah Martinez, a real PhD-having neuropsychologist from Stanford. Dr. Martinez joined via Zoom, calm, professional, and utterly devastating. "This is incredibly harmful," she said. "Handedness is determined by brain lateralization, but it has zero correlation with intelligence or creativity. You're essentially telling children they were born defective." Mrs. Patterson turned bright red and muttered something about Einstein again. Dr. Martinez didn't even blink. "Actually, there's no proof Einstein was left-handed, and even if he was, correlation is not causation. Many of history's greatest thinkers were right-handed." The principal looked like he wanted to disappear into his own chair. Dr. Martinez went on to explain that this kind of messaging, ranking kids based on handedness, can create long-term self-esteem issues, and even trauma around learning. By Friday, Mrs. Patterson was forced to send home a letter clarifying that handedness has no effect on intelligence or ability. The school brought in a real neurologist to do an assembly about brain development and how all brains are powerful, no matter which hand you write with. Mia went back to writing with her right hand, and after a few weeks of gentle reminders and hugs, her confidence slowly returned. Now, she proudly tells people, brains are way more complicated than just left or right hands, and being different doesn't mean being better, it just means being you. Mrs. Patterson? She's now required to complete continuing education in child psychology and developmental sensitivity. The best part? Mia is now obsessed with actual neuroscience. She wants to be a brain doctor when she grows up.